Hello, everyone. Oh, wow, that's loud. Is that my volume? Sherry, you said earlier, our bodies are amazing, yes? Wow, my body is amazing right now. My heart is pounding, my mouth is dry. Wow, there's some power going on in here. So I would like to ask each and every one of you for a moment to applaud yourself. Okay. Thank you for being selfish in that moment with me. And there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. So I would like to ask one more thing. Actually, I may ask several things today. Write down, either physically or mentally, note to self. Be selfish. Yes, I'm asking each and every one of you to consider. You don't have to do it. I'm just asking you to consider each and every day, be selfish. Now, I'm not talking about me, screw you, it's all about me, no one else exists in the world but me. That is not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is me. I need to help me. Then I am full to be able to help you. And we all have yous in our lives, children, husbands, coworkers, friends, whatever it is. But what I am finding, and the irony in my topic for this talk today, is that I have a really challenging time with selfish. I have upwards of 19 clients that I either do personal training for or confidence coaching or competitor posing, stage coaching. I run a supplement store. I've got employees I have to take care of. I've got my owners who have me doing a million things. I got to squeeze in time for coffee with my mom on a Sunday night because that's the only time I have, which is a whole other topic about creating time, but that's a future podcast. So I think it took me about 8 weeks, dozens of times sitting down. How am I going to write this? How am I going to say this? Because I have a really challenging time doing this. And what I realized is I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. We all do it. We all put all the yous in front of ourselves and then try and squeeze some stuff for us. And when you do that, the quality of what you give suffers, or you're spread too thin, and then your health suffers. So, what I'm proposing for you to consider is that being selfish is actually really delicious. Now that you understand where I'm coming from with it, it really is delicious when you are selfish. It feeds you. Better yet, it nourishes you. And when you are nourished, as we've talked about today on a couple of different talks, when you are nourished, you feel better. And when you feel better, you feel stronger. And when you feel stronger, then you have more quality to give. So in other words, what I believe, and it is just my opinion, and I would like for you to consider this, is that by being selfish, it empowers you and enables you to be selfless. I am not suggesting that you be full of yourself. The world is full of that. What I'm suggesting is that you fill yourself. Change the you to I. Because when you are fulfilled, you can fulfill others with great quality and great joy and great ease. Instead of, oh my God, one more thing I gotta do, one more thing I gotta do, one more person I gotta see, one more phone call I gotta make, oh my God, another text message at midnight. No, you can't eat that. Why are you? All of these things. Pulled directions, pulled all these different directions. So it's about perspective. which is another future podcast. And it's about the choice of words that we use on a daily basis, which is, again, another future podcast. I had a really challenging time narrowing down what am I going to talk about, because these are all interrelated. They all support one another, these topics. I came across a definition of selfish, and I had to read it, 8 times, I think, because what it said in the Urban Dictionary, selfish, when you have a huge amount of interest invested in yourself. Or, there was a part 2 to this, or when you don't think about the wants and needs of others. I'm like, they're 2 totally different things. So I wrote this down, and I'm like, somehow I gotta put this in, because this resonated with me. And if you take the first part of it, you have a huge amount of interest invested in yourself. Well, shouldn't you? I mean, it's your freaking life. Every day, you should have a vested interest in yourself. Be selfish. And then I go into a little bit about verbiage, your self-talk, which can be negative, which I think we all kind of agree upon. We have it, we do it, but can also be very powerful and empowering. So I'm going to encourage you to take this definition out of the Urban Dictionary and replace the or with and change don't to do. And this is how it would read. Selfish, which I'm telling you all to be. When you have a huge amount of interest invested in yourself and when you think about others and their wants and their needs. Wow. Woo! Now there's some power. There is some power and there is some joy. I know my heart, I'm afraid you can hear it through this microphone right now. Okay, so yes, the verbiage, the dictionary, all of that stuff, yeah. After all, it's your life. Don't be full of yourself. Please don't be full of yourself. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm just going to reiterate again that when you are nourished by being selfish, you nourish others. You feel good. You stand proud. And then you start to realize that you affect and impact other people. Because they're going, hey, wow, she really takes care of herself. I'm going to tell a little story how I even came up with this selfish business. As I had a friend in Los Angeles when I lived there. Is that my time? Okay. And because I was one of these people that, especially living in Los Angeles, selfish is like the plague there. Anyway, he is Jewish, and but he celebrates Christmas, sort of. At least he goes to lots of Christmas parties, and he always got presents. This was my roommate. And I asked him, I said, I'm a little confused. I'm not really big up on the religion thing. And you celebrate both? So what religion are you? He goes, well, I'm Jewish. And so he called me when I was at one of these sit-down little sessions with myself, trying to come up with my talk today. And we chatted. That never came up. But I remembered that, and I went, selfish. Be selfish. It's important. It's your life, and you need to do it. I'm going to remind you again to change the you to I. And I thank you for this today. One more thing. If there's any of you who are still a little unclear about the selfish, and it's okay to be, I'm going to leave you with this. There's a reason why on an airplane, They tell you to put your own oxygen mask on first before assisting others. If you can't breathe and you're having a panic attack on that plane, how in the world can you help anyone else? So just take that and apply it in your own life. Thank you, Charlene, for allowing me to be here. Big hand to everyone here today. Thank you.